Has your tenant pushed you past your breaking point? Take a breath. Let's figure out what not to do. A few years ago, my wife and I were at our local landlord group. The landlord group was hosting an 8-week beginner course for landlords, and Ling and I wanted to see if we had any gaps in our knowledge, so we decided to join them. I want to talk about the instructor briefly and a story that he told while we were there. A few weeks into the course, he got into evictions, and he started telling us this story, supposedly a real story, which I hope is not true, but here we go. So he started telling us a story about some of his tenants that he had in Akron, Ohio. He said that he lived about an hour away from these tenants, and that they were refusing to pay rent and causing him issues. So he went down there to confront these tenants, and he realized that they were doing drugs in his property. So without any notice or any police action or judgment or anything, he went in and started grabbing their things and throwing them out the window. I shit you not, this landlord said that he took this tenant's couch and threw it out the window. This is called an illegal eviction. It is not a question, it is absolutely an illegal eviction, and if you do this, you are setting yourself up for incredible legal trouble, and you'll look like an asshole. Hey there, if you enjoy this content, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It truly helps me out. Also, check out my book, Leadership for Landlords, now available on Amazon. The instructor from that course suffered from something I like to call tiny heart syndrome. Symptoms of tiny heart syndrome include changing locks without a court order, shutting somebody's utilities off, or throwing their things out a window because your feelings are hurt. If you or somebody you know is suffering with tiny heart syndrome, I suggest you find a different career. This job is not for you. States will often define what a legal eviction is and what a illegal eviction is in their revised code or in their tenant landlord laws. Make sure to check yours so that you're up to date on what you can and cannot do. Let's take a look at the Ohio Revised Code as an example of what your state's tenant landlord law for illegal evictions may look like. In the Ohio Revised Code, it clearly says that you can't do things like turn off utilities or services, exclude somebody from the premises, or threaten unlawful acts against a tenant. It also clearly says under Section B, no landlord of a residential premises shall seize the furnishings or possessions of a tenant. Did you hear that? Did you hear that, instructor of that class? A landlord who violates this section is liable in civil action for all damages caused to a tenant or a tenant whose right to possession has been terminated, together with reasonable attorney fees. So essentially what this is saying is that if you commit an illegal eviction against one of your tenants, you could be held liable in the state of Ohio for not only their damages, but also for their attorney fees. Once again, every state is going to be different on exactly what an illegal eviction is. It may be more, it may be less than this. You will definitely want to know. If you have questions, as always, check with an attorney. Now you have the knowledge of what an illegal eviction is. Do not be one of these scumbag landlords that is out there throwing their tenants' things out a window. Do not be them. I will find you. Do not do it. That's all your training for today. Now get out on patrol, get into those buildings, and find something to fix. If you'd like a copy of my book, Leadership for Landlords, check it out on Amazon, available now in paperback and ebook. Please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. All right, property leaders, get out on patrol, get into those buildings, and find something to fix,